أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد मजीद। पिछले वक्त भी हमने आमीना सरदार पर एक क्वेश्चन पर आंसर बनाया था, लेकिन ये वीडियो ख़ास करके उन्हीं की चैनल का है और अब हम उनके सवालों का जवाब देंगे। तो चलिए आइए देखते हैं उनके सवाल।
So I can tell you this much that my root is from Afghanistan and I feel Danish. So that is a little bit, many other Muslim children maybe ask. There were people who did not know. So even though I have lived in Denmark, in a free country, I really didn't have any freedom. So I did try to date, but I remember being told that do not date Shia Muslim. And
देखो यहाँ पर this girl sister Amina said that I have told, who have told not to date with a Shia Muslim? Who? Their parents, their father, their mother, their society, so-called self-proclaimed community, sect. I mean to say that, you see, the people who are giving him order on the name of Islam, and she is thinking that this is Islam, so whose fault? Means she's fault or the people who are misguiding on the name of Islam? The people who are misguiding on the name of Islam, whose fault is this? Now this sister has coincidentally happened to be fallen in this incident, and the fault of parents she is putting on Islam. I mean to say that the fault of her parent, which they have guided on the name of Islam, they have misused the Islam. So now she is saying that, now she is proclaiming that this is the fault of Islam. How it is possible it can be a fault of Islam? If somebody is using the name of Islam and misguiding the people, so there means the people who are misguiding on the name of Islam is their fault. It is not the fault of Islam. Islam has its own doctrine, constitute, with proof, each and everything. Okay, this is his. We have answered his first question. Let's go to next.
I was amazed because as a Muslim, I didn't know that I was Sunni Muslim, and as a Sunni Muslim, there is a Shia.
No, you see, now she is saying that as a Sunni Muslim. Now, who told you there is a Sunni and Shia in Islam? There is no Sunni, no Shia in Islam. In Islam, there is only one called human. And human, there are two who run his life according to the law and who run his life according to his desire. If suppose one person desire in a different thing, other person desire in a different thing, then they come in one point, they come into quarrel or maybe some accident, like a two train or walking in one directions or one opposite direction in a same track. So now you see, she does not have knowledge of Islam, and she is whatever she is getting from her parents or her family members, her community members, so-called Muslim, yeah, they are Muslims, means they themselves call Muslim, but maybe they are not, they don't know Islam, they practice their own desire on the name of Islam, and these sisters happen to be taken this thing as a Islam, and she is insulting Islam instead of insulting those who have misguided him. You see what a confusion, yeah, what is confusion she is creating, and she is declaring himself in a so passionate and so glamour way that she is only the one who is on right track. Okay, let's go to next question.
They are Muslim and they are considered non-Muslims, in fact, by Sunnis. That I got to know.
You see, now this Sunni Muslim, if means the so-called Sunni Muslim, if they are considering somebody as a non-Muslim, so is their fault or is the fault of the Islam? It's just confusing. It's their fault or it's a fault of Islam? It's their fault. She must address to them. Islam is just a doctrine which is already there in your hand, in my hand, in everybody's hands. It is not a secretive society. It is not a secret society. Let's go to next question.
And that was something confusing. Can you imagine going on a date and asking the guy the first question? Hey, by the way, are you Shia or are you Sunni? Because if you're Shia, I won't date you. Can you imagine being so judgmental within Islam, being...
No, this sister want to say that, can you imagine judgmental? My dear sister, who is judgmental here? If somebody or some people, they are trying to take themselves as a judge, then who is to be blamed? The people who is trying to take themselves as a judge, they must get blamed. It means you are directly blaming a God which you have not seen, which I have not seen, which nobody has seen. And now the people who are confusing other people, maybe they themselves have confused and they're trying to confuse the society. So it's your fault, it's their fault. So you must address to them. Now, instead of addressing them, you are addressing the doctrine which is already there in your hand and in my hand, in everybody's hands, which is not secret, which is open. Now, I think this sister has been confused with the doctrine of the Islam and plus with the behavior of the so-called, so themselves declared Muslims. So she must address to the behavior of those Muslim who is misguiding him on the name of parent, on the name of guardian, on the name of family, on the name of society, on the name of community, or maybe on the name of Imam, or maybe on the name of Masjid community, whatever it may be. Also, let's go to next question.
Judgmental people, that is what I felt. I was really shocked that in Islam you have this kind of sects, these groups in between. Anyway, I didn't think so much of it, just a little bit, but I didn't think so much of it. But it did sit in my head, at the back of my head, that I have to be careful. That one thing is that I should not date in.
Now, you see, she said that I have to be careful. Yeah, sister, definitely you need to be careful. There are a lot of people who tell lies. Now you need to be careful and you need to be correct yourself. You need to be blamed those Muslim who has misguided you on the name of Islam. Okay, let's go to next question.
Non-Muslim, that is a Danish guy. But I should also be careful that I should not date any Shia Muslim. And keep in mind, I did not even know about what or who Ahmadiyya Muslims are. That I found out later on. But I will tell you later. And then that was not that much of a problem because in my life I had very relaxed, you can say, to a guy. follow Islam blindly. We are not allowed to question Islam in any way.
Now, this sister, she's saying that means we need to follow Islam blindly, and we no need to ask a questions. Now, I need to ask the question to this sister. Who said you that we need to follow blindly? There is no question. Yeah, there are people who are Muslim, who call themselves Muslim, who call themselves ulama, and they in their community they make an environment in such a way that nobody asks them question, or nobody should ask them questions, and they are trying to make engulf, or they are trying to make enslave on the name of Islam or on the name of Muslim community. They are doing it, but it is not the Islam who says that you need to follow blindly. Their doctrine, it says clearly that you need to research yourself, and you need to see sky, you need to see science. Who said you need to don't need to means who said you that we need to follow blindly? No, means you need to blame on those who said like that. Maybe it's your parent, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your community, maybe it's your means wherever you are residing. That type of ulama, means as we call them as a shaitanic ulama, who tell that no need to, means you need to follow blindly and no need to ask the question, means they are shaitanic ulama. They are ulama means knowledgeable person, but they are ulama of shaitan. So now what's happening? Whatever the shaitanic ulama are doing, you are blaming, means their activity, their behavior, you are blaming on Muslims and Quran and Hadith and the doctrine. It's some sort of confusion, or you yourself got confused, or you are trying to confuse. I don't know, but you need to talk with the people like me, and I myself means open to talk to you, and means have a debating talk as a mutual friendship, as a mutual friends, not as a opponent or not as an enemy. Okay, let's go to his next question.
Because that is wrong. That is wrong. That I can remember.
Definitely that is wrong. Definitely, but it is not in Islam. It is in the cult of the Muslim. Means there are Muslims who are shaitanic Muslim, shaitanic ulama, who perform this activity. So it is their fault, not the fault of the Islam or not the fault of the doctrine.
But another thing. I never in my house really heard about Muhammad. I remember watching movies about Moses and Jesus. Not really about Muhammad. But my focus was and love was for Allah. Then in around 2003 or 5, there was a situation in Denmark. There was this thing about drawing of Muhammad, Prophet Muhammad. And there was a big chaos in Denmark. There were people, but to follow Islam. You actually don't have freedom.
Who says that you don't have a freedom? Definitely, it is a freedom only. Means Islam gives you freedom. Okay, we will talk in another session now.
Found so many contradictions in Quran that I can't even the list is long.
Okay, so she says that she started reading Quran, and she came to conclusion that there is so many contradiction in the Quran. Definitely there is a contradiction in the Quran as you read, and as you ask to your parent, and you ask to your means wherever you are surrounded by the shaitanic ulama, and you talk to them and you debate with them, and they have not given you a proper Islamic answer. They have given you their own feelings on the name of Islam. So definitely there is a confusion. Now we are here and we are open to talk to you. So if there is anything you find contradiction in the Quran, so let us know one by one. We will discuss and we'll talk on that matters. And already we are doing it since 30 years.
I will tell
I
you
will
in
tell
my
you
other
in my other
videos
videos slowly
what was it that
what
I
was it
found.
that I found. Okay, definitely we are going to wait and we are going to have a debating, positive talk on that your findings. Let's go to next question. There are
For
people,
example,
for
in
example,
Denmark,
in Denmark,
the Muslim
the
women,
Muslim women,
they talk
they
about
talk
that
about
women
that
in
women in
Islam, they
Islam,
have
they
loads
have
of
loads of
respect.
respect.
They have
They have
equality.
equality.
But I
But
found out
I found out
just alone in
just
the
alone
Quran
in the Quran
that a
that
woman
a
in
woman
Islam
in
is
Islam
not
is
equal to
not
a
equal
man,
to
a Muslim man.
a Muslim man. No, my dear sisters, as you say that there is a equality and there are a lot of respect in the for women in Islam. Definitely, there are a lot of respect, but as you said that you have not found it. Now, I want to tell the audience here. Now, you see, she is telling them, herself told that her family has imposed some restriction on the name of Islam. She herself told that her ulma community, so called, means we say them satanic community, means satanic ulma community, impose some restriction on these sisters. So they have done it. You need to fight to them, not to the religion. Religion is giving you right to talk as you are talking now. So our session is coming up with the mother Asha and the women in Islam, definitely. So now, this sister, definitely in her surrounding, she has found out the so-called Muslims are misbehaving with her on the name of Islam, and she thought that Islam is like that. And she come to conclusion that I need to fight with the Islam only because Islam only teaches all this nonsense behavior. I need to tell the sisters and the other sister out there that in Muslims there are two community. One who follow law of the Prophet and one who follow their own desire, means one who discard the law and they want to be lawless. They want to live their life on their own terms. Means own terms means like destruction on the destruction of the other person. Means you can live the life on your own terms, but you must not destruct the other person. But these people have a mentality that unless and until we don't disturb, we don't destruct, or we don't loot other person, we are not going to live. So there are people in this, means this type of psychopath people are there in Muslim community on the name of Islam, on the name of ulama, on the name of Muslim, on the name of Imam. There are people who are thinking in that way and they are exploiting the Quran, Hadith, Muslim community, parents, everybody you will find there. So it's their fault, my dear sister. It's not the fault of the doctrine. Okay, let's go to next
She's
question.
not.
She's not.
If I even
If
tell
I
you
even
guys
tell
what
you
I
guys
found
what I
in the
found
hadith,
in
it
the
is
hadith, it is
unbelievable what I
unbelievable
found.
what I found.
But there were
But
too
there
many
were too many
contradictions in the
contradictions in
Quran
the
that
Quran
made me
that made
leave
me leave
Islam.
Islam.
And I was
And I
feeling
was
so bad.
feeling so bad. Now she is saying that she has found so many contradiction in the hadith. Let me ask the question to this sister, or they're out there of same thinking, that who told you that this is a hadith? My dear sisters, we don't say that this is a hadith. We say this is a riwayat. Riwayat is Arabic word, and if we convert into English, it can be say narration, narrator, or tradition in this way. Means it's written by the people. So now you have been confused with the confuser. The confuser has confused you by saying the word hadith, by utilizing the word hadith on the name riwayat, on narration. Narration can be anything. Means because there are not videos going on, video recording is not going on, so anybody can say anything. So now whatever the people are said and you believed and you thought this is Islam, and now you are blaming on a word hadith. We never, in technical word of Islam, we never use the word ahadith. First, we use the word narration. Rawaun is Arabic word, and we convert into narration. So there are narratives. Narratives can be anything, anybody, any person. It can be a shaitanic person also. It can be a non-Muslim also. It can be on name of non-Muslim, a non-Muslim hiding in a Muslim also. It can be anything.
That I actually cried. I cried because
here I
was
at the age of
that I am that I found out that what I had believed
in
in
my
entire life
was a lie.
My dear sister, this is, you have got confused really by saying this word. Your entire life is not a lie. Your entire life was an experience with the people, Shaitanic Muslim. So you need to encounter Shaitanic Muslim, not to the doctrine. You are confusing themselves. You are thinking in your mind, you are assuming yourself that this Shaitanic Muslim are behaving because of the Quran, because Quran says them to behave in this. No, my dear sister, there are a lot of categories in the Quran. It is called Gasikin. There is one category called Gasik. Means Gasik is a one Muslim who convert good things into bad things, who convert bad things into good things. Means like the present day lawyer who convict a victim as a suspect, and a suspect as a victim. This is called word Gasik, and you heard this in Surah Falak, Gasikin is a waqab, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that in the last end of the life, means like present days, there will be, in Muslim there are so many Gasik. Means Gasik means the one who does his bad desire on the name of the good. So
It was
completely a lie.
And I also,
while I was doing the search of the truth about Islam for myself,
I was also
trying to reform Islam, kind of talking
positive
about Islam, or trying to tell the Muslims about certain things. But you know what I found out?
Even when I was
trying to talk
positive
about Islam, trying to reform Islam in a positive way,
it backfired.
And everything that I was saying from the Quran. But
I was being
blocked from Facebook. I was being rejected by Muslims
when I was
Muslim.
My dear sister, this is just a comedy sentence. My dear sisters, you are talking to Shaitanic Muslim on the name of the Quran. The Shaitanic Muslim don't believe on the Quran, and they know that if declarely they will talk against the Quran, so nobody will listen. So they themselves don't declare. So you are talking about the Quran in the front of the Shaitanic Muslim. You talk in front of us, and you see how we will not listen to you. Definitely, this is just let's concentrate on his questions.
So
when someone says, "Can Islam be reformed?" I don't think so,
because it's very
difficult.
Now you okay, let's listen.
It surprises me sometimes when people say, when many Muslims out there, they say that Islam is a religion of peace.
When Islam is a religion of peace, how come many you can say people who have
left Islam,
they have to
fear for their lives?
Now I want to say that, my dear sisters and sisters of same like-minded sisters. You told many times, means you or somebody, that if suppose if there is a killing who left Islam, first of all, who are in Islam? First you discuss, first you try to understand that these people out there who are thinking themselves as a Muslim, are there in Islam? They are not in Islam, my dear sisters. They are not practicing Islam. They are just faking, or they are just manipulating, or they are just making a color of the Islam in front of the other people to make themselves as a superior. They are not practicing Islam. Try to understand this. The people in front of you, like you say, you are in Denmark, and now suppose, as you know, in Denmark, if I take out here in Google also, there are a lot of open prostitute is going on, nakedism is going on, and one girl have a sex with 3 boys is very common, 2 boys is generally common, and the boy has a sex with the boy, and there are group of sex very openly going on, and the father is having a sex with his daughter is also going on. So what do you think all this thing? People are practicing their own, there are people who are practicing their own desire, not taking the name of anything, but there are people who are practicing their own desire on the name of Islam. You need to identify, you need to blame them, not to the doctrine of the Islam.
Why?
Why?
Why should a
atheist
who doesn't believe,
or whoever it is,
especially
those who have left Islam,
why should they fear for their life? If Islam actually is a tolerant and you can say peaceful religion. If it's true about Surah Baqarah verse 256 that there is freedom in religion, how come people who leave Islam are hunted?
No, my dear sisters. So this you have been got confused with the people who are doing this activity. Definitely, it's you see, you yourself said that in Quran there is a freedom. Now, if these people are practicing some nonsense thing, so it is the fault of these people, not to the Quran. Now you don't blame you to the Quran. Now you yourself has given the proof that in Quran there is a freedom of religion. Now you yourself is saying that in Quran there is a freedom of religion. Now you yourself is blaming on the Quran. Now you yourself is saying that there are people out there who are not practicing Quran and they are true Muslim. So how it is? Oh my God, oh my dear sisters, and out there a lot of sisters, you need to understand this confusion. Okay, let's go to her next question.
I got loads of message on my YouTube. Be safe, be careful, you're showing your face.
I mean, by reading all of that, I do say thank you to all of you guys who...
My dear sister, whoever has done with you this type of nonsense things, it is their fault, not the fault of the Islam. Though no, you blame them. You see, you are testimonying yourself that these people have done like that. Now you blame those people. Why you are blaming Islam of this character? You see, now there are father out there in Muslim who are having mutual sex with the daughter, who are father out there in Muslim who are having sex with their granddaughters, who are doing it in Europe, in America, in India. Here in my my city, everywhere they are doing it, and they are Muslim, and they are taking the name of Islam. They are hiding inside so-called means inside the riwayat, and like this they are doing it. So they are misbehaving it. Now they are misbehaving. You don't blame on the Islam.
wrote these beautiful words for me to me, but
I find it
I
very
find it very
interesting
interesting
that I have
that
to
I
fear
have
for
to
my
fear
life
for my life
if I
if
choose
I choose
not to believe in
not to
Allah.
believe in Allah.
Oh, my dear audience, I'm taking it
Do I
is.
believe
Do I
in
believe in
Jahannam and
Jahannam
paradise?
and
No.
paradise? No.
I don't believe
I
in
don't believe in
that there is a
that there is
Jahannam,
a
there is a
Jahannam,
hell
there is a hell
in the
in
afterlife.
the
I don't believe
afterlife. I
that.
don't believe that.
I believe
I believe
in what I see
in what
in
I
this world,
see in this world,
what I
what I
feel, what I
feel, what
really,
I
really went
really
online
went
and
online
started
and started
researching
researching
which hadith
which
is
hadith
saying,
is
because
saying, because
you all know that
you
there
all know
are
that there are
Sahih
Sahih
hadiths, then there are
hadiths, then there are.
Now you say you yourself there, that means now you see, she is saying that there are a lot of rich hadiths. Now you using the word hadith as the shaitanic ulama, they are using this word hadith. We in technically we don't use word hadith on every narrative. They are narrative. It can be done by anybody. You yourself says that this book are man made, and you yourself is saying that this is hadith. Now you see, you know, then also maybe you are confused and you are trying to confuse other, or it's just like that. So my dear sisters, you need to correct yourself, and you need to try to understand the word hadith. Technically we don't use the word hadith commonly to every narrative. The first narrative comes, then we research on that narrative. It must be on the law of the Quran first, then on the law of the then there must be some consecutive or connecting narratives on this topic. Then we declare that this is a hadith. It's like that. You yourself is taking and assuming
are
something.
weak
Are weak
according
hadiths
to certain
according to
imams.
certain imams.
And when I
And when I found out that
it was true that
Prophet Muhammad,
Muslims,
Muslims, Prophet Muhammad
did marry
marry
a
a
6-year-old girl,
six-year-old girl,
Bibi
Bibi Aisha, and consumed the marriage
when she was
when
9.
she was 9.
That it was
That
true.
it was true. Then I actually
the
left
hadith.
the hadith.
Now you see, you are saying that it was true. Now you yourself research on this topic with the connecting with the shaitanic ulama. My dear sister, the prophetic families. There is no means in prophetic family there is not only one member called Aisha. In prophetic family, it's a big family. Every member has, we have narratives of every member. Now, the people who have misguided you on this age of 6 and 9, they have misguided you. You see, Mother Aisha has brothers, Mother Aisha has a small sister, Mother Aisha has elder brother, Mother Aisha has uncle, Mother Aisha has father, Mother Aisha has mother, Mother Aisha has paternal relatives, Mother Aisha has maternal relatives. So, if suppose his elder brother, his younger brother is at the age of 9, means at the age of 15, and how can she be? She will be the age of 6. His younger brother was at the age of 15, and she is at the age of 6. You see, people are confusing you, and you got confused with those shaitanic ulama and shaitanic Muslims, and you started confusing all whole world. Means, you see, at the age of time when they got connected with each other, the Mother Aisha's younger brother age was 13, means 15. Now, the younger brother age was 15, so how come a sister age is 6 or 9? It's just a comedy. Man, I means man means I mean man means, I mean to say that, oh, human being, you need to get research on the shaitanic ulama, shaitanic Muslim. There is no age of Aisha as a 6 or 9. She means as to the all his family members age. When the talk was begun, she was at the age of 13, and when the talk was over, she was at the age of 16, and when she got discourse, that was the age of the 19. And one more thing I like to tell you, my dear sisters, and out there whoever call ex-Muslim and they have the doubt on this topic, that Mother Aisha's age, his means Mother Aisha marriage and mother. No, there is one more mother. So these two mothers, means these two wife of Prophet Muhammad, are especially for Prophet Muhammad. They have given permission only to Prophet Muhammad, not to everybody, not to every Muslim. Like no other Muslim can marry a unpubescent girl or unmature girl. No, they cannot. Only and that too, you see, this is her age was 19. And you know, my dear sisters, that you are living in Denmark. In Denmark, there are girls who out there who do sex at the age of 9, and it's common. It's common in Denmark. And the age of 13, they are so mature. They have a boyfriend who are fucking each other. Who means I just got the use word fucking. I'm sorry. Means I mean to say that they are doing sexing and coupling each other day and night at the age of 13. And you are seeing with your own eyes in Denmark, and now you are hiding and blaming the Mother Aisha's, and by taking the excuse of the Shaitanic ulama, Shaitanic Muslim. So let's go to next.
As a Muslim,
I said to myself,
how can I believe in a saying where the prophet of Muslims is.
Now you see, my dear sister, you have confused yourself, and you are trying to get confused with other people minded, and you are very serious on this topic. If you are very serious on this topic, then let's have a discussion with us. We have all the historic proof, all the family member heretic proof, age proof, every proof we have. And now with taking the side of the Shaitanic ulama, Shaitanic Muslim, you need to blame them, you need to fight with them, you need to argue with them, not with the Islam. Okay, let's, if you are taking their talks as a serious, and you are trying to argue, trying to debate, trying to have a positive talks, we are welcome. And I mean to say that we welcome you, and we can talk on this topic. So I think because she talks on English, so I have also decided to talk in English, but I will bring this lecture in Hindi. So if there are out there anybody with same sort of questions, so let us know. Let's we discuss in a positive way. So I am ending this here, the talk.